Got a replay here from Fusion versus Stanley. Skaven Greenskins, Azhag. I also take Azhag versus Skaven, but not the rest of this. The rest of this army looks crazy. Absolutely crazy. Where are the trolls? Where are the squigs? All right, for the Skaven army, we have gutter runners, an awful lot of them. Some have poison, some don't. Front line of Skaven slave spears backed up by... I thought I saw some clan rats. There we go. A clan rat or two in there. Doomflayer, couple rat ogres, the teeth breakers, avalanche mortars, poison globe, and a Gracier of Plague with both of his summons. Neat. On the other side for the Greenskins, we have some skirmish cavalry on the low ground, including Morgos Magi Marauders, the armor-piercing ROR Wolf Riders. Savage Orc Boar Boys. I thought I saw Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Yes, there they are over there. A couple of Snotling Pump Wagon Flappas, then Orc Boys and Goblins for a very wide melee rush. Up in the sky is Azhag, the Slaughterer, Spirit Leech, and Fate of Buna for him. And of course causing terror on his Wyvern mount. Skaven gonna hold steady for now. Happy to launch avalanche mortars into the enemy infantry until they get into range. The Greenskin's gonna want to hurry up and get in there. Of course, not overextend, like send in your boar boys without the infantry, etc., but you do want to keep a move on. Otherwise, you're just gonna take free damage. Boar boys trying to catch some gutter runners. Problem with that is gutter runners are decent in melee, and you are getting lured in, as the poison globes are now going to punish the savage orcs for their overextension. They seem to see the danger and start to run away, but some of that volley will still hit them, get a little bit of damage here and there, and the teeth breakers are teeing off onto the Snotling Pump Wagons, slowing them, which is actually pretty annoying for a chariot. Getting a little bit of damage out, but the Pump Wagon Flappas are straight through those clan rats and diving already towards the teeth breakers, harassing them so that rat ogres have to come up and bail them out. Storm Vermin Halberd Summon is out, damaging the Orc Boys, but also just reinforcing that front line. And the Skaven are withstanding the first wave excellently. Though here comes the reason you don't see weapons teams much anymore out of the Skaven. Fate of Buna is going to probably one-shot the Teeth Breakers. Even with the Unholy Clamor leadership buff, the damage is just too severe. Globes are getting attacked by goblins as Skaven slaves are trying to chase off the last of those boar boys. But yeah, Fate of Buna is currently going burr, 2 ticks left, and they're down to 200 HP. Even with Unholy Clamor, they do rout off, almost shattering, but I don't think we'll be seeing them back. It's a good start for Azhag, though the rest of his army is suffering quite a lot, though this is where the balance of power turns against the Skaven most games, is when their backline gets compromised. Frontline's doing fine, gutter runners getting run down by occasional skirmish cavalry, and the avalanche mortars are teeing off on anything they can get their grubby little claws into, but both of the globes are compromised, one by a Snotling Pump Wagon, the other one's by random goblins. And the boar boys have reached the avalanche mortars. So that could be a lot of balance of power taken off for the Skaven if all their weapons teams get shut down. They take all their ammo with them, which is why the balance of power should shift actually pretty visibly. Boar boys have already done half HP off the avalanche mortars, one of the squishiest units in the game, and understandably so. If you delete units with that much abandon, you should also get deleted if you're ever caught. The boar boys make quick work of them as the Flappas come over to peel for the boar boys. Just get the clan rats out of here, make sure that the boar boys can focus on their job, and their job is killing the avalanche mortars. Looks like both globes and the avalanche mortars are going to rout in a moment. There they go. Skaven down to just their melee prowess, and we do have some summons also inflating the bounce power, so you can see as soon as the weapons teams are down, bounce power is back to 50-50. And we do have Morgos Magi Marauders busy. They chase something off. They do need to come back. Now that they're done chasing, there they go. They got movement orders back towards us. Skaven slaves fighting random orc boys and getting shot in the distance, so they will probably die. The Greenskins have taken a lot of damage. Do the Skaven even have enough left to finish the job? As Azhag is going to dive onto our Gracier. Waz out. Azhag should do very well in the Gracier unless he has a Storm Vermin summon in the back pocket, in which case Azhag will have to back off. But without it, there's just not much here really to support him. Ooh, the Avalanche Mortars are coming back. Greenskins did not dedicate any tools to chasing those off. They currently say they're firing. I wonder what direction they're even firing in. Gracier's down to half HP. As the Skirmish Cav and the Orc Boys, yeah, they were able to beat those Skaven slaves quite nicely. So we still have a healthy-ish Doomflayer, a couple healthy-ish Gutter Runners, not many of them having ammunition anymore. Clan rats that are not summons and Skaven slave spears. Azhag is still trying to harass the Gracier. The Gracier is now moving back towards his own support, though he's also moving towards Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins. If those surround him, he would also take a lot of damage. Avalanche Mortar's going to fire the incoming Force Goblin Spider Rider Archers. They have 2/3 of their models left, so that means most of their damage is intact. Still getting good damage out on those guys. Storm Vermin Summon is out in the middle of the Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins. We can see they're taking a lot of damage. I can't find their flag. There it is. Yeah, they're getting ripped apart by the Doom Flayers and the Storm Vermins. They are going to rout as Azhag continues to chase the Grey Seer, who's down to half HP. Bounce power goes slightly back in the Skaven's favor, and I would agree that they're doing okay. I just wonder when all the summons fade and if Azhag finishes off the Grey Seer. I also haven't seen a Spirit Leech out of Azhag in a while, so I don't know what he's saving up Winds of Magic for, but he should be Spirit Leeching the Grey Seer. Even though you have 25% spell resistance, it's still worth it to Spirit Leech him, just because if you kill the Grey Seer, the game is probably over. So really, it's the only target that matters. Spider Riders still trying to finish off the Avalanche Mortars, but Unholy Clamor plus some peel from the Skaven Slaves will keep them up and running for now. Though I think we have some Flappas with a different opinion about it. Charge bonus barely keeping them in this leadership-wise. They're going to run down the Poison Wind. And those guys should get routing soon. There was a Spirit Leech onto the Grey Seer of Plague, who is down to 1/4 HP. And Azhag's having difficulties getting back into the sky with the Doom Flayers and Gutter Runners harassing him all the way. Still have some random skirmish cav on the low ground and over here that do need to probably get into melee at this point. Their shots are okay, but they don't do that much damage, actually. It's more of just kind of a nice thing to shoot if you have time to shoot and like that stuff. But right now we need to do a lot more chasing and charging. I mean, you could even run over and help Azhag here in melee to get him out of this bad situation, as Doom Flayers are holding him down. Gutter Runner still firing in. We have a full health Rat Ogre for the Skaven that has chased something off the map and has not been rediscovered just yet. Another Spirit Leech is out from Azhag. That must be Overcast. Ooh, yeah, and you can see the leftover damage from it. So he was overcasting, desperately trying to get that Grey Seer off the map, but he does damage Azhag in the process. Skaven still ahead on the bounce of power, and Morgoth's Raging Marauders moving in. Their armor-piercing ammunition on the very tall, unable to dodge Grey Seer would be very good. He's down to 1,000 HP. Azhag routes, which is probably the best thing for him, because now the AI takes over, just trying to get him to safety, get him back up in the sky where he can get out of here. So hopefully for the Greenskins, he gets to safety. We do have some Rat Ogres that are now being ordered back in. That Clan Rat summon is fake. As more Pump Wagons are coming back to the fight. Grey Seer's down to 700 HP. Balance of Power is army lossing the Greenskins soon. Greenskins have the capture point technically. Azhag's still alive, and again, we need some of these forces that are being used to chase off random Skaven assets. They need to come over and peel for Azhag. You need some mass to pull the chariots off of him. They are coming over now, but they might be too late. Grey Seer's at 600 HP and surviving. Morgan's Raging Marauders getting caught by the summoned Clan Rats who are about to fade away. There they go. That's a reprieve on the balance of power the Greenskins desperately needed if they're not going to get army lost, but Azhag's still taking damage from the Gutter Runners and the Doom Flayers chasing him down. Savage Orc War Biggins trying to get there. Goblins trying to get there, but it is too little. It is too late. And that is GG. Nice job from Fusion. Hanging in there after his globes got shut down. Gutter Runners got very nice value. Teethbreakers were killed instantly by Fate of Buna. Avalanche Mortars paid for themselves with gusto. Rat Ogres struggled to get value back. One was forgotten. The other one just must have died off screen. But the Doom Flayers did very nicely. For Stanley, Azhag overall played fine, but after he overextended and got caught out, then some mistakes started happening. Boar Boys did fine. Skirmish Cav did all right. Snotling Pump Wagons did very well. GG.
Subscribe, yes, yes.